Welcome back, Bandana Mechanic. Got this Craftsman pressure washer. Really hate working on these things. Says it won't run. So I like to do the bare minimum first. Drain the gas. Put some fresh gas in it. Hope that works. If not, then I gotta take the carb off and get all that cleaned up. It's a plastic carb, which they're not too hard. You know I like them, but reason I hate these is I get bit in the butt about 50% of the time. I'll get it running, but the pump's locked up or don't work. And then I call the customer, tell them, yo, yeah, I did all this work, make it run, but your pump ain't working. And they're like, oh, how much is a pump? And then I tell them, and they're like, oh, it ain't worth all that. I mean, a pump's like $60 to $90, and then labor putting it on. So it's like $100+ it could be, depending on the pump. Even the cheap Chinese pumps they're expensive. So they're like, oh, never mind, I don't want it. And then they just don't pick it up. And then there's like $80 worth of work right there. And they don't come pick it up because it ain't worth fixing. So I don't know what I should do, you know? They asked me to get it running. Should I just get it running? Call them, make them pay for it, and they can find out if the pump works or not? Or do I keep testing the pumps after I get them running, which not only takes me more time, because I gotta drag it over to the hose, hook the hose up, turn it on, use it for a little bit, turn it off, then drag it in. So that's more time on my labor. And then if it's not working, they usually don't come pick it up, and then I just wasted an hour or so of time testing it, fixing it, repairing it, and they don't come pick it up. Or I do what they tell me to do, get it to run, which is the engine side, and when they take it home and hook it up the water, if it don't work, let them come back and be like, all you said was to make it run. So I actually get the money for it. I mean, I can't make people come up here and pay for their stuff. I mean, and this happened, I think, like at least 10 times I could think of. It's like I have like 10 pressure washers here. The pumps don't work. The people never came and worked on it, or never came and paid for them. And of course, I got to get them running to see if the pump's gonna work. You know, that's the only way. They got to be running. They can't be half-ass running. I can't just keep spraying carb cleaner in it to see if it'll run. It's got to run for the pump to make pressure. It can't be all this up and down crap, and I can't do two things at once. So I don't know. That's a dilemma I face here at the shop that I got to figure out in the future, because it costs me time and money, and boy oh boy, this doesn't look good at all. I'm going to show you why. These bolts are crusted white with rust. That almost tells me this thing's been underwater. There's rust down here. Okay, now we're running into stuff I've made. I don't know, man. I'm not too... That doesn't look too promising. Has some crusty old bolts like that. I'm going to drain all the gas. I guess I can start there. Here we go, more noise, people. Okay. Well, got that there. Try to drain this carburetor out. Yeah, there's quite a bit of rusted stuff in here, Bubba. Daddy might not be able to fix this bad boy. But we gonna try. We definitely gonna try. Oh. Oh, come on, brother. That big old Allen key here. Allen wrench. Whatever the fudge you want to call it. Gotta get this thing up in here. Twist it open, the drainer. Okay. Alright. Of course, it's just gonna do exactly what I don't want it to do, spill everywhere. Alright. Go ahead and close her up. The environmental people out there, I'm sorry. I do love the environment. I hate cutting down trees, killing plants. I love every little bug and creature. I don't do it to be bad. Alright. Time for fresh gas. See if that does anything. Not putting a lot in there. I have a feeling it's going to need some work. The pressure washer will generally have an on-off switch. How did I know? I might take a look at this sparky plug here. See what the inside there looks like. Hopefully the spark plug ain't rusty. That'd be bad. Nah, I'll just clean the carb. Luckily it is a plastic carb, so water don't tend to corrode it too badly. There is a little bit of brass in the jets on the inside, but I'm more worried about other stuff. The plug is wet too. RC7, well that ain't right. There should be RC12. Alright. Let's get the right plug in there. Probably still won't make a difference, but I don't know, it's wet. It should have fired if that was sparking. It's wet from fuel. Might be lucky, might just be the wrong spark plug and it's crap. So let's see. Run into this before on a John Deere recently, a mobile job. It worked for a while, and then it stopped because the plug fouled out because it wasn't the right plug for the engine. And I put the right plugs in, it ran, and I should get longer life out of it because it's the right dang plug. So, let's see. Pretty sure that's on. Okay. Check the sparkulator. Check the sparkulator. Alright. She's sparkulating. Oh, the plug's wet. It's got spark. And it's getting fuel in there too. That's part of the son of a biscuit. Huh. Let me see if this plug's wet. Maybe it's getting too much fuel. That makes sense. You got spark and fuel is on the plug. It should fire. Now maybe we're looking at compression, a valve. I know this one's dry. Yeah, okay. No fuel getting in there. Okay. I don't know why the old plug was wet. Well, go ahead and guess you guys get to watch another carburetor. That's most of the small engine work nowadays. Carburetors everywhere. Carburetor. This is gonna be different sizes. Ain't no 10 milli here. Gonna be 5/16 and that's an 8. I think 11/32 is the other side. Nine 32nd and 5/6 or 5/8. Oh yeah, fudge it. Or 5/16 and 9/32. Holy crap! My brain is mush. All this depression and stress and really not getting the proper amount of sleep. Yeah, I know, poor me. But mental health is real, people. Holy crap, okay. We got this. It's all scallywag. What the fudge? This spring here. The freak? Where did this go to? Oh no, this is one of them. Oh, it's not one of them, is it? Oh, it is. Alright, I'm going to show you something on some of these stupid things. So some of these pressure washers will have this thing that's attached to the pump, runs a cable that will allow the thing to run. I mean, we're getting spark right now, so I'm not too worried about it, but these commonly go bad and they're not worth it. It's so stupid to have to fix. To have something from the pump affect this thing working is dumb. But I see this cable going up here, and we had spark, so if that wasn't working, we wouldn't have spark. We just know that. At least I'm pretty sure from what I remember. But it is a stupid thing. Now I got to probably want to tilt this thing backwards because I don't want the gas to come pouring out. This will in fact happen when I take this fuel line off. I don't tilt it, so get this off here. Okay. There we go. That's just a little bit coming out of the carburetor. Like I said, man, there ain't no way to not spill stuff when you're working on this crap. So, say what you want. You want to make your job take a freaking hour longer, be my freaking guest. Ain't my shop. Dang, man, that thing's freaking... What the heck? Come on, brother. Okay, spring gone. I need that bad boy. This carb is in very bad shape. Multiple different entities here. So got 9/32, 2 screws in the bottom. And you gotta try not to stab yourself getting this off. Which I normally end up stabbing myself, so. If you like your fingers, don't get into mechanics. Something's gonna happen all the time. Alright, so. Get that off. This is gonna be your main priority. Pop that bad boy out. Whoa. See? Almost got myself. So, you want to spray clean up in there. This is your main pickup and jets. There. These are severely corroded. This will come apart. There's a bunch of little holes in there. You want to make sure it's clean. So, I'm going to go ahead. Alright, I got some funky smell now. Go ahead and get all this clean here. Get this clean. Hit it with some cleaning solution here. Hit everything with it. All that cleaned out. Very nice. Hit this bad boy with some stuff here too. Alright. Get this sucker back together here. There she goes. Like I said, get it up, down, and there we go. And there's a little hole in here. There we go. Get this thing going back together. Put that facing out. Make sure this bowl is clean. And bowl only goes on one way. Always a 50-50 chance, and I always get it wrong, so it'll either go on or it won't. Like, it ain't going on. 50-50 chance I failed. Why I don't fucking... Oh! Dang it. Potty mouth. Why I don't do too well in life. I'm always, got that bad luck. 50-50 chance. I always lose. Yes, thank goodness I'm not a special forces soldier or something. That would mean I would be dead and maybe my teammates. That'd be terrible. Now you got this. There's going to be an O-ring on there and a plastic clip, which usually ends up sticking onto the engine itself. I'll show you in a minute if I get this stupid thing off. There we go. But you're going to want these on the carb before you put the carb on. The O-ring first, the white clip will kind of clip in. Of course, this one's not. But you want this on the carburetor first before you stick the carb on. The spring. Trying to put the spring back on here. Now if that pressure relief thing doesn't work, this thing's not going to run. So really don't matter what I do. And now we're going to stick her all back together. There we go. And get that in there. You gotta get this spring in the right spot. Get that card pushed on there. The spring hooked up, alright. This spring, I believe, I'm not even sure how this hooks onto that. It don't seem right. Put the fuel back up. Okay. Clamp back on. Alright. Don't know. That should pull that open, so this needs to work. No, actually, I should push that open. I don't know. We're gonna try without that spring. I don't really know how else to do it. That spring's too messed up to even like function properly, so the fact that I would even try to put that back on there when it's not really doing anything anyways. That on there. Trying to blow and I got a thing over my mouth. What an idiot. Alright, so I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me? Come to the conclusion. Oh, you fudging fudger. Why the fudge are you fudging with me like this? Alright. Daddy don't like it all. Okay. This is stupid. Oh, come on now. Alright. I don't even know how to get that in there. It's gonna keep falling. Hey. Alright. Well, folks, it'll either go or it won't. Let's see. Oh. I think. So, good and bad. It's running now. What I'm going to do is look this engine up, find out about these springs, because there's another little tab here. It looks like it needs a spring. So I'll do that, but in the meantime, thanks for watching. Alright, welcome back, or whatever. Was a quick pause for you, mediocre pause for me. So I happened to find a junk mower, or pressure washer, same exact engine, and we're gonna see where these springs are supposed to be. And I know that might be part of the problem, possibly. We got this over here, Troy built, same 8.75, Same kind of setup. So Daddy's gonna take a little look-see-ducksy here. It's slightly different setup, but not much. Okay, so no, this doesn't have the cable. So yeah, this is never mind, too different for me to do. So I take that back. The parts breakdown, it shows me all the stuff, doesn't show me where it goes. You don't mess with these too often, and you know what's potentially wrong with it, but if you don't know where the stuff goes, it's hard to make it work right. I'm gonna check out there one more time, see if I find anything else similar. Be right back. Alright folks, well, here at Bandana Canic Land, even in my personal life and just in general, all about being honest and upfront about everything. I'm basically at a loss at the moment with this. I can't find a good diagram. I don't have nothing around that looks like it that I can reference. And this spring is shot to begin with. You can see it's kinked and bent, so it's not going to work right even if I get it where it's supposed to go. So unfortunately I gotta take a pause on this one. I got other stuff I gotta get done. I'll come back to this another time. Maybe I'll remember to record or want to record, or maybe I won't. Really ain't been in too much of a good mood to record. A lot of depression, not much work, no money, nothing going right, and not really having anybody to turn to anymore. So that's that on this one. We did get it running. Runs like a complete piece of dookie, but more than it was, so I'm on the right track. Just gotta figure the spring situation, and if that happens to be alright, and it still runs like that, it's more than likely gonna be this pressure cable thing. But that's all she wrote for this one, folks. Thanks for watching.